thanking the HSS grad class of 2011 for bestowing upon me this honor of being valedictorian. Thanks, guys. Now, whether you regret this choice or not, that's a different matter. I would also like to take the time to send some love and thought to Stephen Turner, who couldn't be with us on the stage today for reasons you can all understand. And of course, to Ocean Russell's family. Our hearts are with you. This is a spoken word poem that I have written, and you could say it resembles a speech, but it's not a speech. Whatever. Ever the what, the why we are here, the where we are going, the how many times must I tell them I'm not a kid anymore. Heck, I'm graduating. We are graduating. Despite fear, lack of rest, too many tests, weekends I can't remember, and apathetic attitudes in the middle of December, we sit upon this stage today. A fading memory of kindergarten, a whispered echo of future endeavors. We sit in front of everybody, dressed up nice, confessing to miss what we never even realized slipped by us. High school, a blur, a whirlwind of binders and hormones on spin cycle. Monday morning became Friday night way too quickly. And grade 8 jitters wore off into grade 9's overcompensating loudness, the proudest you could be, the closest to Morgan Yee I ever wanted to be. And then you close your eyes, wake up halfway through grade 10, a little jarhead dazed wondering why English with Thorburn got so hard. Grade 11 in the almighty title of seniorhood comes like a swift kick in the pants, and grade 12 just rears its head and yells, "The end!" The end. Not more than a bend in the beginning of the longer arc we must ride. We have cleaved from teenagehood the necessary odds, ends, and stationary, and achieved much for one so young and greenwood tender. I think the biggest achievement is the actuality that we, like Jack, are out of the box. This box. The scholastic prison with lighter security, the 5 years we volunteered to orienteer through without proper educational headlamps, the teenage dating site, the miniature version of society except with math homework, the supposed best time of our lives, the standardized 3-ply learning program, ready and willing but not quite able to set us up for the big bad world outside. I mean that in good faith, guys. Yeah. Hold on. This building had us willingly chained. But whether it was hell or something slightly better, who's to tell? Because we're finally free. Yeah, but what have we left behind? Best friends, high fives, sports teams, slip and slides, and cafeteria pumpkin fries. Early mornings that came without warning, and times where you wish you were anywhere but at a desk. Still, this was half a decade of Easy Street, where you could sit back, kick up your feet, and listen to the unionized backboard in front of you lecture. Or close your own eyes and fly back home to your bed. Where you could study all night like Tate Chandler, and load your head full of facts like 1867, the date Canada officially became a confederation, initially only because A squared plus B squared equals low pressure system rotating in a counterclockwise motion squared towards subject-verb agreement in between the compression stroke and blowing off the muffler. And then, those convoluted facts were only good to regurgitate on tests, maybe forget later and regret not learning something worthwhile. Sometimes I feel like I learn more in discussions after class, repercussions of words in between lectures and inflections of ideas shared among friends, than I ever could from textbooks. Textbooks only usable because of the miracle of duct tape. And textbooks still talking about the ongoing hardships of the Vietnam War. To those teachers who live outside the book in the nook I call ingenuity, I thank you. Okay, I have to admit, we felt like sharks this year. Feared big fish in a small pond, dominance with fins slicing through linoleum and lockers arrogantly, with panache for teeth. Great white may have been a more apt description of Carl Leeson. Grade 8s had fled or fainted as he swam by. We ruled the school, and were way too cool for it. But now, as the diploma slips ghost-like into our hands, we falter in our carefully constructed control. We can't turn back, can't tack up a facade of immaturity and start again at the swing set. We must take what we have learned, earn with blood, sweat, and pencil shavings, and face life head on. But do try to remember that growing up is a choice, and dirt still tastes pretty good. Because, contradictory to what I just said, we can do whatever we want. We can design the kind of rocket engine to get us to Mars on a Tuesday lunch hour, find the kind of cure that makes cancer shiver in its graveyard, or rewind the kind of rock and roll that kids don't listen to anymore and play gigs Paul Morgan until you look like Keith Richards. Maybe just do what makes you happy. They all say we are quivering with possibility, but I think we are just too close to reality to be anything but scared. Yes, we may be the opportunity. Young minds peeled back like orange rinds to discover the kind of exceptional qualities that resumes and personal planning classes eat right up. But we don't need to follow the rules. We are human, and we look forward to flexing our muscles, stretching our cramped bones in something bigger than this building. We have the tools to hack out our homes and our lives from the limestone outside these walls. We will succeed because we can think. If nothing else, high school has taught us that. I was told I was going to write and read a valedictorian speech like every other you have ever heard. I was beseeched to spread words of wisdom and water you all down with lofty language, hoping to promote the flourishing of flower gardens in your lives. Instead, I speak to you from the words written underneath my eyelids. I open them up, read carefully, and say to you, we made it. To deal with the distress of being so close to success, we do what teenagers always do. Smile and say whatever. Grads, the time is ours. And in the next few hours life will come up to you, greet you, meet you, shake your hand and say welcome to the real world, little fish. Don't cry. High school's waters may have been warm and clear, but the wide open ocean of the world has so much more to offer. So just keep swimming, just keep smiling, and just keep thinking.